I watched like the first 2 minutes of this VOD before I called you, and I saw the level 1 thing, and the main thing I would say is that just your pathing here is just really disrespectful. Like, back to lane here, you see? Like, why do you feel the need to rush into lane here? You didn't see anybody on enemy team, you see 2 people.
Yeah.
And you just walk in like this. Everything you do, like, I need you to have this mindset that everything you do when you're playing this game is meant to give you an advantage, right? So, if you decide to click here and go into lane, there has to be some sort of advantage from doing it. And there is no advantage in doing it unless your whole team is gonna go. Because the advantage would be seeing them go into your top side. But that only gives you an advantage if your teammates can collapse on them, right?
Yeah.
But if your team is going here, then you going here is no purpose. So, like this already through your lane. Because you'll see you lose Flash as TF, which is just terrible because having Flash gold card threat is massive, right? And having Flash to outplay a Syndra stun in a gank or a 2v2 is massive. And you lost both of those now. To do nothing, right? To achieve nothing. Because if you didn't get punished there, you would just stand AFK here, right?
Yeah.
If they let you through. Is that something I should risk losing my Flash or my life for? Not really, no.
Yeah, not really.
And then, obviously, losing your TP sucks. The way that TF should work is that if you're winning your lane, you should have a timer to help like a scuttle fight or something. Or get a recall. And then you get to keep your TP, and then you TP back like right before 6, you know? So that you have as much gold as possible, and like ideally you TP back with CDR boots bot, so your TP has low cooldown, and then your first ulti gets a CDR boots usage, right? But then we lost our TP too, right? So this obviously is a terrible start. So first thing I would say is that when you're against a mage like Syndra, the way you're gonna get push is by dodging spells and getting autos on the wave and getting red card trades. Maybe now you're telling yourself that you don't want to get push because you lost your Flash, but your team is invading bot side level 1 and Camille is standing here. So you know that the map is not split, but it could become split. Like if Jarvan stays bot side, and now let's say Poppy solos Wolves. That's something a lot of people would do in this situation. She solos Wolves and goes to your Raptors. If you have mid push, that's huge, because then Jarvan crosses over and you can go, right?
Yeah.
But if you now FF push and give Syndra push, then Syndra can stop you from moving, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was you, I would keep wiggling in and out of Syndra's max range and trying to weave red card trades onto her and the melees, because if she keeps standing like this, you can easily push her away, right? Since this gives you red card trade. Does this make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
But you're not trying to bait her Qs at all. Nobody will Q you if you're standing here, right? You keep clicking here, she will never Q you. And like right now, for example, you see this fight happening and you put yourself on top side, giving her first move and an easy move as well, which is really troll. What I like to do when this type of invade happens, I like to play hard to the side that we are invading on. And if she's moving down, I like to drop a ward over here. And if I have spell like gold card, I can just CC her and stop her, you know?
Yeah.
And best case, I get to see her move and I can decide what to do, because right now it's kind of unplayable for you, because you'll see now what she ends up doing. She ends up just fogging. And now it gets really cringe, because she could fog like this and go like this. Or she can go like this, right? And you can't know, no?
Yeah, because no vision.
Yeah, you don't have vision. And so I would now ward here and follow her. And then if she goes long path, I would tell myself, okay, do I think this will last long enough? Because if it won't, I can just play for my lane, right? And get XP lead.
Yeah.
But you see, you're really confused. You're going back to lane right now, but do I really need to go back to lane? Like, what's happening in my lane? I don't need to go back until this is about to die, right? Like if I want to lose nothing. Obviously, sometimes you don't care about this and you just move, right? But you see here, you're going back to lane, but there's not actually anything to be here for. And now you got juked out, and now she's here.
Yeah.
So I don't think your job is to move. I think your job is just to make sure it's a fucking 3v3, you know, or 2v2 or whatever is happening.
Yeah. Make sure Syndra doesn't move.
Yes.
Or keep eyes.
Yes. But right now, you and your team have no idea what's going on. She could be fogging and baiting you to go. She could be going long way. She could be going this way. And you don't really need to keep your trinkets. So, yeah, I would ward over here and follow her. I think that's the best play you can do. That way you don't risk losing anything in your lane for no reason. And you get to keep eyes on her, and you can just gold card her and keep her busy. If you actually end up fighting her level 1, you'll win that fight, you know? Like, you just stun her and just keep ulting her. But yeah. It's good that you don't start just pushing the wave, because you clear wave way too slow. So if you started to push, you would just ruin your wave. Like, you only last hit it and then moved. But yeah, I think biggest thing overall is just to make sure that she just doesn't move. You know?
Yeah.
Here I would just crash. There's no advantage in having the wave be like this. She will be safe in front of her tower, and you will be vulnerable with no flash as well. Yeah, it's good you are ignoring her. You do not want to trade, you just want to crash wave. Yeah, it's fine to recall. You can also just consider roaming somewhere, you know? Like, I'm not saying you need to, I'm just saying you have a timer, right? So, like, if you're recalling in these type of cases, especially in Champions queue or competitive, if you can show really hard that you are, like, hovering aside, it'll add a lot of pressure, you know?
Okay, yeah.
As theoretically you could roam, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. I like never do that.
Because, like, you're just now, like, autopilot clicking here, showing her you're going here. Which sometimes you actually can't fog here because enemy jungle might just come and fist you, right? Like, let's say it's like a Rek'Sai and it's like 3 minutes into the game and she hasn't shown anywhere. She might just be there and you go face check the Rek'Sai, you actually just die.
Yeah.
But this is a puppy that just finished a 3v3 bot side, you know?
Yeah.
So she's not going to do anything. So every time you're playing for a recall, just try to think which side do I want to base on, like where do I want to hover? Because yeah, I would hover topside right now as they're fighting a lot. And since it's a Camille, she can set up the gank. So I would be here. I would press recall as I'm looking on top as well. And then in some rare cases, I would actually cancel my recall and gank if I actually think it's 100% guaranteed. You know? So yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like right now, you can't ever approach this wave, you know?
Yeah,
so I think here you're just gonna get chunked for free for no reason if you keep standing here. Like you're only looking to Q this caster, and you can do that standing here, aiming your Q like this. But you're just giving it, which doesn't make sense because you should understand like when you're getting slow push into, right? You're obviously gonna lose some creeps unless you have long range abilities to farm with, which TF has. But the only downside of queuing this creep would be that your Q is on cooldown, so if other creeps die, you don't have Q. But you should know that these melees here are full HP, right? So let's say your Q hit this down. Don't you think your Q would be back up by the time these melees die?
Yeah. I was thinking here, I didn't want to hit the other creeps and then make the wave like even.
No, but it just won't happen if you Q good.
Yeah, yeah.
Your Q goes like this. So if you just aim just to hit this, it's fine. Like you could stand here and just aim it like that. You know?
Yeah.
And right now, like, look at Poppy. Camille under tower. This guy just on tower, right? 3:30 into the game. How fucked wouldn't your lane be right now? You get stunned by Syndra and then slammed into the wall by Poppy.
Yeah, it'd be pretty
right.
bad.
And why can't that happen? It can, no?
Yeah.
What happened in the game that makes it not possible? Like, here Poppy can't fuck you because Poppy just died. Okay, makes sense. Here Poppy can't fuck you because Poppy is farming. Okay. But now Poppy can gank you. Why not? So yeah, I think unless your jungler is going to look to gank, you should just surrender this and farm max range and play safe. And play on the bounce. It's much better. Did she use TP before? No, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because here you're going to have a choice to make. Because obviously she would want to base, right? After crashing this. As she has a lot of gold, right?
Yeah.
And so now you have a choice like she did again. Like now you can slow push or you can hard push. If you hard push and you get to base, you have CDR boots. If you slow push, she gets items and will try to contest the bounce, which probably she cannot because your champion has such good wave clear, you can just get chunked and clear the wave. Like here, I think your TF is pretty bad, because you can Q already and it'll hit everything, you know?
Yeah.
But you didn't think like that. And I know you see her right now, but I just don't think it matters. How does she punish it? Look, if you now Q and then auto and red card in melees, how does she punish this exactly?
Yeah, she can't. It just
Right.
gets way more push.
So I just don't see why you're like holding it off right now. I don't see what you're gaining from it. Because I feel like you could just now do a second Q and the wave is gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I was playing, I would do second Q now. This shit is gone. You fog to bot side here and just press recall. And then she has two options. She either one-shots the wave as well and follows you, but then you just go CDR boot space. Or, like I said before, she starts to freeze it. If you look at minimap, right? Where's the fucking wave? See? It's here, right?
Yeah.
So, if she starts to freeze it and she's like holding the wave, you can turn around and fight her if you want, or you can just give it. But it seems like you weren't like thinking about this. Because like I said, if you wanted to recall, I would be standing here walking up. Like sure, she could be in fog and stun you, but what does that do for her? If she stands here and stuns you while you're here, then you just hit the fucking wave.
Yeah.
She's on full cooldown, you know? I think that's a better way to play the game. And also, if you make her play aggressive on this wave, look where your Jarvan is.
Yeah,
you see that?
Yeah, he's close.
This is not her timer to play aggro. And Seraphine is going to mid here maybe, but so is Bard, you know? So I just feel like you're not using this timer well enough. Because this is how you're going to get a recall. Because if you don't play aggressive now, then now you're slow pushing into her. And now if she sees Jarvan or something, she's just going to walk up and fight you. And then if you one-shot the wave now, then you actually get frozen on, because now the wave starts to get so close, you know? I don't see any advantage in like holding it off. You see, now your teammates are fighting, right? But you can't really move.
Yeah.
Because you're still on the wave. So now if you move, you lose a lot. That's why I think if you recognize it here, that now your teammates are around, you use this timer to one-shot the wave now, then it's only win-win. 1, nothing happens, and you get CDR boots recall. Perfect, right? 2, a fight happens, you have first move, right? The reason to slow push is to make things happen later, or to deny some creeps, but you're never denying creeps right now. So we're not slow pushing for that reason, right? And then things like this can happen, where a fight happens, and now you are moving into the fight with the wave pushing into her.
Yeah.
I mean, what sucks a bit here is that obviously you're playing TF. Ideally, you put the next DMAT on the caster, but I would say fuck it. I remember when I played TF, obviously, ideally, I wanted to put on casters, right? But when waves happened like this, right now, if she gets 6, you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't lane here if she gets 6. You will get solo killed. So I would just walk up and I would Q the wave and DMAT the cannon. And just fucking one-shot it and recall. And I wouldn't give a fuck about how my DMATs would play out, because how do you play now? If you get stuck in lane? Like, what are you doing? See? Like, why do you DMAT it now? Now she's 6. This is exactly what I was talking about. And now you have to flash if she Qs you. Right? Her Q was like 0.1 second cooldown there.
Yeah.
And now she can just freeze on you and recall herself. Like, but yeah, like you're so fucking low now. And now you lose more CS. And Jhin had to come mid to freeze the way for you. This guy's actually goated this Jhin. Oh my god, he didn't actually freeze. Unlucky. But he could have frozen. But oh well. Like here would be a reason to maybe slow push. You know? Because now we're talking about delaying the play. Because now I have ulti. So now if I slow push, maybe I'll get a better timer later. Because if I one-shot this wave, the only roam I have is bot lane. Which maybe you could do, because they're playing Seraphine Ezreal. Maybe they want to now poke your bot lane, right? That's it. But it'll be worse for your 1v1, and you'll see that. Because you don't have any threat on her. Now, look at the wave. She is never gankable now. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she can always play in safe pockets and trade with you. And you are the one that's more vulnerable, as she can stun you and CC you standing here, safe, but you have to walk up aggressively to do the same. Make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas when Wave is here, she is the one that's vulnerable. She's the one that's gankable. And therefore often TF ends up getting control. Because the thing about champs like TF, champs like Ryze, champs like LeBlanc, it's a lot about this pressure, right? And fake pressure. That, hey, I can gank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Close. The base AD almost hit you there.
Doran's ring gap.
Yeah, that's true. That was actually Doran's ring. But I don't like this. Like, I think you can hover for like 5 seconds, but you should not want to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, this is a 3v2. Watch, because I'm pretty sure you saw Poppy. Or did you see it after? No, you saw it now. Look. Once you see Poppy here, your will to do this should go down by a lot.
Okay.
Because when this happens, your team should not need you, right? In a 3v1, 3v2. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So you can ulti down and do the play and TP back mid. That's okay. It's just, I promise you'll get mega gapped once you're back in lane. Because what will happen when you ulti down here? You're going to use 100 mana for your ulti. You're going to use mana for your stun. Mana for your Q, right? So you will have like 100 mana left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you'll get chunked from the thing as well. So either you want TP back after and then you don't lose creeps, but now you're fucking 400 HP, 100 mana. Or you lose the whole wave and then TP back from base. Both are really shit for your lane, right? But swapping to Ignite is really useless. I think you're putting way too much juice into this play.
Okay.
Like, it's a 4v2. Ulting is enough. The problem with swapping to Ignite is you must use it because you have to have TP. Because you have to TP back to mid. Like I said, either after the play or after you go to base, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, going to Ignite I think is too much. Like, doing like this I think is fine. Obviously, blue carding is Omega Troll.
Yeah, that was just misplay.
Like, that was obviously troll, but
Yeah.
I would never swap to Ignite like this, because having your Ignite up is super important. They have an Aatrox, right? And often in the game, they're going to have one champion that igniting is huge. Having this Ignite for Herald fight versus Aatrox is already game-winning, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't really know how to use Unsealed Spellbook. I always usually just like go Ignite and then like the combat summoners.
Yeah,
then like go.
I like to either go heal for 2v2 or Ignite for champions like Silas or something, or if I think I'm gonna roam somewhere and need the damage, but I just don't like the logic that we're 4v2ing somebody. I shouldn't need more, you know?
Yeah, I see.
Like, if we kill them, it's always gonna be overkill. It's not gonna be because of like 140 extra damage from Ignite or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would keep my swap. Like, I know, yes, Spellbook gets available at like 6 minutes, right? But that doesn't mean, oh, I have to swap immediately.
Okay.
You don't have to waste your spells.
Yeah.
Your Ignite has a lot of value this game. Some games it doesn't, but this game it's really important, I think. Right now, the best sequence would be that you hover down, nothing happens, you just farm mid. But if this happens and you see an angle, you can ult it down, no problem. It's not bad, I think. But then you need to make sure you have your TP, so don't use your Ignite, because now, by swapping to Ignite, now you must use it to get your TP back. And now you'll see the shit part, right? That now, obviously, you have to recall. And then you have to TP back, but now you lost both your subs. So now when the Herald fight happens, right, if it does, right, maybe it doesn't happen, but if it does, you don't have Ignite for it. And if fight with Aatrox, you won't have Ignite for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And that will be really bad. I mean, there's no way for them to contest this, and this guy gets a bit mind-controlled here, because this guy's clearly pissing his pants here, look. Because realistically, 1v1, nothing stops Syndra here from just queuing the wave again. And this guy's about to get double Qs, right?
Yeah.
From her splinters. 1v1, this guy doesn't need to be scared here. But you see he's really scared. You see what I mean?
Yeah, he's playing very scared.
Don't you think that is super good for you?
Yeah.
So then, this time, why do I hard push? Look what happened.
Yeah.
Seraphine is dead. Is she gonna, if they contest Drake, will she be there?
Yeah, she won't be there.
Okay, she won't be there. Alright. Look at Ezreal. Does Ezreal wanna fight Dragon here with his Tear and Cull?
No.
Does he wanna fight Dragon missing 400 HP?
Yeah, no.
Okay. So what am I pushing for? Because when I see this, when this guy crosses this line, he is out of his range, right? He can't interact with me. So why do I need to push? Isn't this a good time to slow push? I'm safe here, correct?
Yeah.
She is not. After this dragon, how do you know that Bard won't just stand here for a minute? Bard doesn't need to base. He gets full mana from collecting some fucking chimes, you know?
Yeah.
So how unplayable is it for Syndra to be against a TF here with flash gold card up? Her wave is in this wave position, and there's a Bard and Jarvan missing.
Yeah, it'd be definitely slow push.
And you have TP just used. You have nothing to base for. So by handing her this wave, you now remove all pressure that you had. You give her a chance to one-shot the wave and recall. Now the only pressure you have is dive. Here you're pinging on my way. On your wave for what? On your way for what? This guy can Q this and recall.
Yeah.
So I think this was really shit. Like, obviously, he gets a bit mind controlled, but again, from his perspective, he probably does not have vision from this, right?
Yeah, so he thinks Bard's...
So he's probably thinking Bard is here. If I walk up here, Bard will portal on me. So when you see this, then play against it. Right now, you know what's happening in the game. You have map hack. You know Poppy is here.
Yeah.
We saw her. So just stand here right now. Keep the wave like this. It's unplayable for her.
Yeah.
It's unplayable. She can't farm a single minion. And you force her to go into bot side if she does want to farm it. You know?
Yeah.
And then you can one-shot next wave, or the wave after that. That is much better. He had a good chance to win the lane, and actually get some CS gap. Or potentially make him do a mistake. Maybe he says, fuck it, and he walks up, and then Bard portals. Now it's unplayable. This was fine. But this is okay. Okay, not bad. You have to be careful of warding too deep, because your job now is to one-shot the next wave. So, if I was you, if I actually want to set up wards, now, personally, I think Music on Jarvan here is making a mistake. I don't think he should even go for the plant. I think he should stand here and be human ward for you. Because I really think you should just stand here and queue the wave. That's something that's really OP about TF. You can stand here and queue the whole fucking wave, you know?
Yeah, and it's all.
And so you want to keep track of this, because you could be queuing the whole wave. But anyways, if you're going to ward, I would ward here, as that's the only thing you actually need. Just ward here and walk up, because you have to start pushing.
Yeah.
This is so useless. Syndra has push now. Isn't that crazy? Look, Syndra could now one-shot the wave, you agree?
Yeah.
She can now W this over to here, and then Q it, and the wave is gone, and then Q this, and the wave is gone. And then she has first move. How the fuck? How does she has first move here? That makes no sense, right? And then this ward that you place, what happens to this ward if she one-shots this and goes through Poppy?
You can just clear it.
Right. So that doesn't make sense. And now obviously you don't want to walk up, because now if you get comboed, then you are dead. So yeah, I would just play to stay in lane, drop a shallow ward if I'm going to ward something. I would one-shot the wave, go for a Honey Fruit or a recall. Right? If you're going Herald, I would go for a Honey Fruit. If we're not doing Herald, I would get a free recall timer. But now you're kind of stuck in lane, which is terrible, and now Jarvan is forced to help you, because now obviously if Jarvan wasn't here, you would get fisted now. Right? So yeah. He's gonna flash in you. Oh, that guy is fucking good. Why don't you time it, bro? 1440.
Yeah.
Come on, if you're gonna play Champs Q, you gotta time some fucking summoner spells, man.
True.
Look at music. See, he's pro player. Like, even if you have all your teammates muted, you can still use the chat as a notepad to time sums. You're playing TF, you're playing a support in mid. It's so important for you to know if people have flashes. And it's honestly an important habit to have to time sums.
Okay.
Okay, Poppy could have just fucking knocked you there, but okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go back to that, because I think your ultis are a bit greedy. Like, the last one was fine, because you used the range really well. But this one is just so troll. Look where you're ulting to. Right? And look your clicks. Don't you think that when you notice you want to ult here, you should click away? You are clicking into the play. You're like double the range right now.
Yeah.
This is a really bad habit.
Yeah.
You should be clicking to here ulting.
Yeah, safe position.
Yes. Because this should get cancelled every time. But yeah, where you landed was good. But where you were channeling your ult was kind of troll.
Yeah.
I think stunning Pop is also Omega Grief.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that...
Well, some reason... Oh, because they took the Herald. That's why I stunned her.
Yeah, but how does she get there, bro? She has no flash.
Yeah.
She's inside of Jarvan ult. And personally, I would personally rather get another kill and them having the Herald.
Okay.
Don't you think? If you stun Syndra now and she dies from this, isn't that better?
Yeah. It'd be better.
Like, how doomed is it for Syndra here if she dies? She loses plate and a whole wave.
Yeah, okay.
That is massive. But like, sure, I mean, it's good at least that your reasoning is that you want to stop Herald, you know? Like, at least you don't think that you need to stun her to kill her. So, like, yeah, it's true that, yeah, it could be useful sometimes to stun her to deny Herald. But I think if you stun Syndra, for example, then Camille just walks up, W's her, runs her down, and GG.
Yeah.
But it's very important how you use your spells when you're playing champs like this, and we'll revisit that once we go into teamfights too.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, here when you one-shot this wave, just be careful about staying bot. Make sure you 100% know your team is fine, because again, the advantage that you have here for your team is that you have push on bot. So you can rotate to this, and the guy that's bot cannot. So by staying bot, you removed all the advantage. Right? Yeah. You staying bot is good for you, it's not good for your team. So if you do this, just make sure you know my team will win 4v4. Sometimes they will, and you can know it. Probably the case in this game, since your team is winning so hard. But it's just very greedy to stay bot. You know?
Okay.
Because if you now go here, you can't lose. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because then it's 5v4.
Yeah.
So I think in this game, it's okay to do. But you have to just make sure. Because you're not really doing anything here. You're not keeping this guy bot lane. This guy would be bot whether or not you're here. Because he is bot for the CS. You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
So you're not like pressuring anything. You're just like looking at this guy. And then now you're rotating to this. But like, you could be here right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is super bad though, getting chunked by this guy.
This guy is scripting. Sure.
Yeah, he is fucking good, but still, like, even if he's not scripting...
Yeah, I should not walk up.
Like, sure, he's scripting. I agree. He is crazy good with his aim, but even
No,
if he
no,
wasn't,
no. Oh, okay, okay.
like even if he wasn't scripting, he would hit some of this, and it's just bad.
He would do it.
So,
But
it, hmm?
this guy's just like a known scripter.
Yeah,
But
sure, and
yeah, I
of
shouldn't have
course
walked
those in
up.
EU too,
Yeah.
but that doesn't really matter. It's like similar to the thing when there was 3 casters crashing into Syndra's turret, and you walk up to try to poke her.
Yeah. I
You will
shouldn't have
never
walked
get to trade versus this guy. Your job isn't to trade versus Estriel. Your job is to one-shot the next wave and fuck off again.
Yeah.
That is the whole purpose here. But yeah, he has E up back up again now, so he will E on you, so you have to click back. Oh, he's crazy good. Isn't it nice? There's probably like 4 streamers in the solo queue game, and this guy is just scripting in high chal.
Yeah.
So fucking chill.
It's just that insane.
Yeah. Don't dodge like this. Wow, he is good. Was somebody here and you trying to chase them or what? Why not just take the wave? What happened here? Why did you like run into jungle? Because there's a new wave coming. Why are you doing this? Just run up the lane. The fuck are you doing? Huh?
I don't know.
There's a new wave here, bro. Right? Like, you should never be scared here when your whole team is coming from base opening bot side.
Oh, was they getting blue buff? Oh wait,
No.
never mind. No.
You're just trolling. You're like scared of going next wave. You should not be scared, because your logic should be, if they go on me, I have Stopwatch, Everfrost, Gold Card, and Flash, and I have Camille coming behind me. Right? It should be good.
Yeah.
Your job now is to clear bot so that you can either, 1, let Camille take over, or just let her group and then you play side. But somebody has to play side here, so if Camille groups, you play side. But now you're just late again, you know? Because your wave is just stalled for no reason. And then you're going to top side. Why? Why are you grouping? Like, you see, this is fucking troll. Like, this is a waste of Baron, right? Ulting here and killing this guy. Is that more useful than sieging both turrets?
No.
No. Like, look here. Look what Camille did. Look. Look, now you will see your bot wave will stop, right? It'll meet the wave. See that?
Yeah.
But imagine if you are just bot, one-shotting the wave. Then the wave keeps
Yeah.
traveling, right?
Keep traveling, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then now, can we use Syndra's death? Let's say you kill her here. Can we use it? No. Our
Yeah.
lead wave is
What?
dead.
Oh yeah. Okay.
See? So it's useless. This is something the Baus does a lot. He will like kill himself for this wave. And it's honestly not that bad. Because as you can see here, she dies, but
yeah.
what do you guys do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you guys ended up having to group mid and you only got that tower and now we're late on this. So yeah, this didn't really make any sense. So yeah, I would rather just stay with the way that I'm protecting, because at the end of the day, if she wants to rage split here now, sure, she will get this. But the thing is, this will die, right?
Yeah.
We will just dive her team if she stays topside.
Okay.
So yeah, this was so much fucking useless chase, I think. I think you should always ping, like spam ping, if you want to flash, because you already want to flash here, you're already thinking about it right now. Right?
Yeah.
But you're not like pinging at all. Just like really random, look how your teammates are clicking.
Yeah.
Right? Like obviously for you this is a good play, but don't you think it would be even better if Camille is here?
Yeah, if everyone knows.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this kind of happens just so randomly.
Yeah.
But you really want to fight, so I would just bombard the whole screen with pings right now.
Yeah.
your Everfrost sucks a bit because ideally you mark Poppy with it. You know?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a range. Like I think in this clip you should just stand on top of the wall and max range Everfrost the Poppy. I think you could play this better so that Poppy doesn't reach you.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make sense that she gets angle. But yeah, it obviously doesn't like matter that you die because you created the dive. Like you flashing in was still good, obviously, but ideally you live. But it doesn't matter. It was a good play.
Okay.
I just think the biggest problems I had with this VOD was just unnecessary things that you do that doesn't have any like purpose. You know,